Hello everyone, it is I, Summer Earth. Today I am going to be doing Qcknd's tattoo collector tag. This was kind of popular like a few years ago, so I'm kind of late to the trend right now, but I wanted to do it today, so we're gonna do it. If you don't know about this tag, Qcknd is a YouTuber who, she's kind of branched out and done some different things, but her main content that she's the most well known for is tattoos and being like a heavily tattooed person or a quite visibly tattooed person. And she made this tag and it was going around for a while, and I used to watch people's videos of this tag, and now that I'm trying to make my own content, I have a lot of tattoos and I like watching tattoo content, so I figured I would do the tag myself. So let's get into it. Question 1, do you consider yourself a tattoo collector? Yes and no. I feel like I have a lot of tattoos, I like getting tattoos, I want to get more tattoos, I want to cover like my entire body in tattoos. But I feel like the way that Qcknd uses the phrase tattoo collector, it's a little bit more like seeking out different artists and like traveling to go get tattooed and like trying to collect tattoos from as many different people and maybe even like different styles. And I feel like I'm not like that as much. I feel like I used to have an interest in that, and I used to watch a lot of YouTubers who would do those kinds of things, like have like dream artists that they want to get tattooed by. And there are like some really nice artists that I follow that like maybe one day I'll be able to get tattooed by. But I feel like that's not like a big priority for me. I feel like I have like 2 artists that are local to me that aren't like super famous or anything. And I really love their work and I love getting tattooed by them, and I feel like I'm pretty much just gonna get tattooed by them mainly. I feel like I just don't feel strongly motivated to like seek out anybody else at this time. And I think I don't think that I would really want to travel to get tattooed, but I think if I travel, you know what's so sad? Before the pandemic, I was planning a trip to Iceland, and I was planning that trip for March of 2020, so that never wound up happening. But when I was planning that trip, I remember I was looking into there's like only I think 1 tattoo shop in Iceland, so I was maybe gonna get tattooed in Reykjavik while I was there, but then none of that wound up going through, so I did not even go to Iceland and I did not get tattooed there. But I think that if I went on another trip like that, like a trip to a foreign country, it might be nice to plan to get tattooed while I'm there as like a souvenir for the trip, but I don't really see myself like traveling somewhere specifically to get tattooed. Like there's a tattoo artist, I don't even remember her name. I remember there's a tattoo artist that I follow that's in North Carolina that's really good, but like I'm not trying to go to North Carolina, you know. Maybe if she travels and comes to like Seattle Tattoo Expo, then I'd get tattooed by her, but yeah. Anyway, that was a very long-winded answer. Do you have a specific tattoo that turned you into a tattoo collector? I think somehow my rainbow in my armpit felt like stepping it up to the next level somehow, because I feel like that's the first like sort of this actually for me was not that painful, but I know it's known to be a very painful spot. So I feel like me getting tattooed in like a weird place, a place that's known to be painful, I feel like that kind of stepped it up to like, alright, I'm like getting tattooed now. Now I have enough tattoos that I'm kind of like looking at things of like, oh, I need to fill gaps, like I want to put something on the front of my arm here, or like I have a lot of like weird gaps on my legs. Like my tattoos are kind of like patchwork and they're kind of close together, so I've got some like weird spaces. Like I don't know what to put on my shin. What am I supposed to put right here? Like what do I do with that? I don't know. So there's my answer, my rainbow tattoo. Question 3, what tattoo did you have to travel the furthest for and where did you go? My artist recently moved to Bellingham, which I live in Seattle, so Bellingham is like, depending on traffic, like an hour and a half, maybe up to 2 hours if traffic is bad. So I've gone up to Bellingham to get tattooed by her a couple times now, and I'm gonna go up to Bellingham again to get tattooed by her again. When I first started getting tattooed by her, she lived in West Seattle, which if you don't live in Seattle might sound like it's not that far, but if you live in Seattle, you know it's very far if you don't live in West Seattle, because there is one bridge to get into West Seattle, and that bridge is indefinitely closed at this time, so getting to West Seattle is a bitch. You have to go through all of these weird little side streets, you have to go like all the way around and back up. It's very, very annoying. And I was getting tattooed by her in West Seattle. The artist I'm talking about is Beeker Tattoo on Instagram. She did a lot of my pieces. She did my chest, she did my skunk. But yeah, so I would already drive like 40 minutes to an hour. I would usually plan for like an hour or even like an hour 15 to get to West Seattle, just because also traffic, like if traffic hits, it's a fucking nightmare. So I was already kind of traveling like a while, like a far way in my mind. So traveling to Bellingham isn't that big of a deal. I feel like I would even go as far down to like I would drive to Portland to get tattooed maybe, but I don't feel strongly motivated to, you know. If my artist moved to Portland, I would drive down to Portland to get tattooed because I want to get tattooed by this artist, but I'm not necessarily seeking out like tattoo artists that are far away, you know. 4, what was the closest tattoo you traveled to? Probably the in Green Lake. I got tattooed by Anna Wall. She did the hippie girl with a tab of acid on her tongue on my leg. I'll show you guys. This is like one of my favorite tattoos. 5, what tattoo artist has tattooed you the most? Definitely Beeker. She's done, the first tattoo I have by her is my iced coffee on my leg. I don't want to stand up again. So she's done my iced coffee, my rainbow, my hands holding an apple on the back of my thigh, my skunk, and my chest piece. And I think that's also what that's like 5? 1, 2, 5. Yeah, she's tattooed me 5. Oh, she's tattooed me more times than that because this was 2 sessions and this was like 6 sessions. But she has completed 5 tattoos on me. 6, any tattoo artist you follow that you dream of getting tattooed by? I really like, what's her name? I have to look her up to see what her name is. There's an artist that I really love because I watch her on Inked. I watch the like Inked YouTube channel and they do interviews with tattoo artists, and there's this one artist that I just think she's cool as fuck and I just want to like hang out with her and be her friend. I think her name is Sarah. But legitimately, and her work is amazing, but she does like black and gray realism, which is just like not my style at all. Like I would never want that on my body, I don't think. And so even if it's really good, it's just like not my vibe. And so like there's no way I could justify spending the like thousands of dollars and like flying out to LA and all of that. But I think she's really cool and I wish that I could be her friend or something. I don't know. What do I even Google? Sarah tattoo? That doesn't help me. Yeah, Sarah Fable. I think Sarah Fable is super cool, but her work is not really my style, so I don't think there's anyone that I'm really like pining to get tattooed by. Question number 7, name 2 tattoos that took the most sessions to complete. My chest piece took like 6 sessions. And my tattoo that it's the only tattoo I like regret or that I like don't like anymore. It took 3 sessions. And that's I don't even want to talk about it. I'll just show you this boy. I don't want to elaborate on that one because I just don't like how it turned out. Well, it looks fine. Ugh, I don't want to explain. I can talk about it another time. But that took 3 sessions, and honestly, it should not have taken 3 sessions. I feel like that artist, I feel like I had a pretty negative experience with that artist, and I think that he was like pretty overpriced, and like I'm not afraid to pay for tattoos. I'll pay good money for tattoos, but this place was like really intensely priced, I feel like, and I feel like he kind of stretched the tattoo out into 3 sessions. Yeah, most of my tattoos I've gotten done in 1 session. My skunk was 2 sessions. Those are the only ones I've had sessions on. Is my one I don't like, the skunk, and my chest tattoo. Question 8, a tattoo that took the longest to heal / complete. This took the longest to complete. To heal, I feel like my tattoos heal pretty fast. I don't think any of them I've really like had a problem with them taking a long time to heal. Yeah, probably just my chest tattoo. 9, do you have any tattoo artists that has become your friend through tattooing? No, I don't want to blur that line of like the client professional relationship. I do have my main artist's cell phone number, but I just text her when I want to get tattooed. I'm just like, hey, can you tattoo me? This is my idea. Here's some pictures. And she's like, yeah. And then we schedule it. And most people email her, so I at least have like a little bit of an in, but it's professional, you know. She's very cool, but it's professional. Question 10, do you post pictures of your tattoos or nah? Yes, I do post pictures of my tattoos. Yeah. I get very excited. Even if I don't post it like that day, I will definitely make a post pretty soon after I get it of like, check it out. Even if it's not specifically like, look at this, I got a tattoo, but like, I'll, just make sure that I'm posting something that shows it, and then if people notice it, they can comment about it. Or sometimes I will be like, check out this tattoo, and I always tag my artist because I want them to get the credit for their amazing work. Question 11, how do you react when someone asks to see your tattoo? It depends on who it is and which tattoo it is. When people ask to see this one a lot, and I'm just like, and I'll just like flat out tell them like, oh, I don't really like that one, but I'll let them look at it. And also like, people say whatever. People say this is Reptar, people say this is a dinosaur, people say this is a dragon. Whatever the person says, I'm like, yep, that's what it is, because I don't want to talk about it. Most of the time, I feel like I'm down. If they're just asking to see it, I feel like I'm down to just show it to them, and tell them who the artist is. I feel like that's the most, like, I feel like that's the best way I would prefer to be spoken to about my tattoos by a stranger. Is just like, can I see it? What's the artist? That's super cool. And then like leave it at that. As soon as they start being like, what does it mean? Did it hurt? I'm like, okay, I'm just trying to run errands right now. Mind your business. But I don't know, generally speaking, people can see my tattoos. Recently, I showed you guys my like hippie doing a tab of acid. I saw my mom recently and we're not very close. And so I've had that tattoo for a while. I'm sure she's seen it on social media, but she's never like looked that closely at it. And while we were hanging out, she was like, let me look at your tattoos. And she looked at that one and she was asking me about it, and I like told her I didn't think it through enough to be like, maybe I should hide what this tattoo is. So I just was like, oh yeah, it's a hippie girl doing acid. And my mom was like, but it is what it is. I at least put that one. I did think it through enough to be like, I'll put this on my thigh, because most of the time I'm wearing pants or whatever, and it's not visible all the time. I wouldn't want it like on my like forearm like that. This is like one of my most visible tattoos, and same with this is one of my most visible tattoos. And I thought it through of like, if I'm gonna get my neck and my chest tattooed, that's gonna be super visible, and I should make sure that it's something like very like inoffensive. Like I have flowers and animals here, and it's like I don't think pretty much anyone can like really get upset about me having flowers and animals tattooed on me, Question 12, when will your collection be finished? When I run out of room, pretty much. I think that I want to have like basically my entire body tattooed like from the neck down. I don't super want face tattoos. I've like thought about it. If I had a cool enough idea for one, maybe I would. And I also don't really want to get my butt cheeks tattooed just because I don't like the way that looks generally. But I might change my mind because I don't know if it would look weird to just have like chaps of tattoo and just my entire body and then just bare butt cheeks. I don't know if that would look better or worse than also tattooing my butt cheeks. But like the skin is so, at least for me, I have so much cellulite there, and this is just purely like a me talking about my own personal feelings about my own body. Is like, I don't know if that would, I feel like it would be difficult to pick a design that would look good there when my butt looks the way that it does. Maybe like floral can go well anywhere, so maybe I'd throw some floral on there. But pretty much like, yeah, pretty much I'll be done when I run out of room. And I do want to pace myself a little bit. I always say, people laugh when I say this, but I say that I'm saving my right side for my 30s. I don't have any tattoos on my right side except for like my chest tattoo obviously goes onto my right side because it's symmetrical, but like my entire right arm and right leg are plain. And I always say that I'm saving that side for my 30s, although I might break that because I've had some ideas for some tattoos to get over there. But I think I want to save it because I like the idea of like when I'm in my 30s and I also potentially have more money, if I really want to get like an actual cohesive sleeve or even like a cohesive leg sleeve, I want the option to be able to do that, even if I'm not sure if I'm going to do it or not. But my left side is all like patchwork piece by piece. So, and who do you tag? I'm not really friends with anybody on YouTube, so I don't know. I could list some TikTokers, but y'all don't make YouTube videos, so I'm tagging you. And if you have one single tattoo, I am tagging you, alright? I would like to see, and you should tag me in your video in like the comments or something so that I see it, or like send it to me, because I want you to make that video, okay? You, personally, specifically. I mean it. That was the tattoo collector tag. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube and leave a comment and like and share, and also follow me on TikTok. TikTok is my most active social media. Also follow me on Instagram. That's like my second most active social media. And say hello, say goodbye to Basil. To Beja. He's my handsome little co-star. See y'all later.